afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Josh Guillory Show. I am your grateful host. And in studio with me, my main man, Jamie Angel. What's happening, everybody? It's Friday! The whole day's Friday, even at nighttime. Did you know that?
Oh, always. Always, my friend. Always.
And we are broadcasting live from the KPEL studios here in Lafayette, Louisiana. Also broadcasting with our friends over there at KLFY Plus. Glad to be part of the family, glad to be part of the team, and so honored to be in front of you, the viewing audience at KLFY Plus. And we're live, though, and by the way, our KLFY Plus audience, you can catch us live 3 to 5, Monday through Friday, rumble.com, look up the Josh Guillory Show, or you could tune in 96.5 FM KPEL. All right, so
if you want to catch that second hour.
Yeah, because we're only on for an hour, KLFY. Yeah. Maybe, who knows? But I'm just happy. So let's dive in.
Before you do that, let the folks know, coming up at the end of this segment, we have a 4-pack of tickets to give away to the Hot Wheels Monster Live, happening at the Cajun Dome tomorrow night.
Let's do it.
You got to pick them up before 4:30 here. That's the only catch. Make sure you can pick them up and use them.
All right, so caller number one in the break.
As we go
caller number one in the break. All right, so I love when we give away stuff. All right, today's Friday, the 17th of October, and it is a hot little day. And I was actually working today. You know, I do that. Yeah, I have a job, and so I was actually at the courthouse. I'm rarely at the federal courthouse, and I was at the federal courthouse physically, and with my team.
Was there a ruckus?
No, I saw some reporters. Yeah, there was a ruckus. I saw some reporters roll. I was like, what's going on? It's a Friday. This is all admin stuff. What could possibly be happening today? And sure enough, man, the FBI just arrested. Now, I'm going to give this one a good one. I think I can do it.
I'm going to see.
I think I can do it.
I'm going to see.
Mahmoud Amin Yaqub al-Muhtadi. Yeah.
Yep.
So to our KLFY audience, sometimes the words come out wrong.
Most times.
But that one I nailed. So Mr. Muhtadi, Mahmoud over there, he is a Palestinian, that's his name. That's a Palestinian national living right here in Lafayette, Louisiana.
Oh no, what are we going to do, Josh? What are we going to do?
Well, I'll tell you what the prosecutors are going to do. Well, they say what he did, but look, this is big. They say this guy was part of the October 7th attacks. 2 years, I'm just telling you, yes. The same one that has shocked the world, that one. Right here, Lafayette.
That to me,
that's crazy.
At the same time, didn't we have some of the 9/11 attackers? Some of them lived out here, and it's the original World Trade Center bombing. They went to school here at UL back at USL back in the day.
I did not know that.
Yep,
I did not know that. Fact. Now, prosecutors are saying that evidence show he crossed into Israel that morning, armed and ready to kill, coordinated fighters. And celebrated kidnappings afterwards. Of course, all in a day's work for Mahmoud.
Our buddy here brought up an interesting question. Why would you bring your U.S. cell phone? Why would you do all this on your phone? Like, get a burner phone.
Facebook Live.
Facebook Jihadist 101. Get a burner phone. Get one of them, consumer cellulars or whatever.
Yeah.
Bugs or the Cricket Wireless.
Man, help this guy out.
Golly.
So, cell towers, on that note, cell tower data placed him at a location I can't pronounce. One of the bloodiest sites, apparently. Kibbutz Kfar Aza.
Good enough, man.
It ends with AZA.
You did good.
All right. Now, shockingly, he lied on his visa. Can y'all, wait a minute. People lie during immigration processes? Come on. So he lied on his visa. He got a green card in 2024 and somehow ended up working in good old Lafayette, Louisiana, like a normal guy.
Died in nowhere.
Hey, man. So the FBI, they found photos of him in combat gear. It's online if you want to see it. Fox News picked it up. Wearing a little combat gear. trying to be armed to the teeth. I'm a jihadist.
It's embarrassing.
Here's my cell phone. Even his kids were pictured holding the guns. I can't make that up.
It's funny, but it's not funny.
It's ridiculous is what it is.
It's just, but be mindful, folks. Y'all wonder why all this, anti-ICE, all the, you wonder why. You wonder why.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
So he is formally charged with terrorism, visa fraud, and aiding a foreign terror group. Man, been busy. Now, he was also in Oklahoma and other areas. Some of those pictures online of the combat gear, I don't know how I remember this. It was pictured with him in Oklahoma. So, yeah, I just thought the folks would like to know that.
It's, I don't even know how to, who do you fault for that?
Well,
like,
no, I just think it's interesting that it's so local. Well, yeah, I don't know if there's anybody that fault. Well, you fault our system for letting it happen. You fault,
like he left here to go there.
I mean, he lied in 2024, so there you go. Who was the president?
Left here freely to go there.
Yes. Yeah. I think he should have stayed.
We got some drama from yesterday.
What?
Real Shot still asking about your tattoos.
Oh, yeah, well, that's process elimination, not here. I said I'm going to show him all the time. You don't know. And who's the gentleman that I was compared to, CM Punk?
CM Punk.
CM Punk. You don't know. Thank you. And what's the real name? That's Real Shot. That's Real Shot. And who's the other gentleman? There we go. Bandit. I like it. Oh, no, fix that. Okay, so, all right, thanks, Bandit. I appreciate that. Some audio. All right, so let's go on to another story here. Mitch McConnell. All right, so ABC News' Lauren Peller has an article out. Senator McConnell, he's 83 years old. He fell in a Capitol hallway yesterday. Not too great of a day for him. He fell while walking to vote during day 16 of the government shutdown. So 2 Sunrise Movement activists approached Senator McConnell. They asked him a few questions about ICE, and then he lost his balance. This just happened yesterday. His security detail helped him up, and he waved to the activists before continuing to the Senate chamber. McConnell still voted afterward and was expected to remain for the rest of the day's votes. I don't know if he did. Now, he has fallen before, including 2023 when he was hospitalized for weeks.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Poor Mitch. It's slippery. You been to the Capitol? It's slippery?
Yeah, it's slippery. I have. I have with you. We could have made more places if you'd have kept up with me.
Hey, COVID took my hips. Listen, when we come back, we should expound a little bit on these old folks in the government.
Well, I know sometimes you need old folks, sometimes you need wisdom, but what we don't need is people there forever, like this gentleman. So yes, you can expect some analysis on that, of course. All right, guys, we'll stick around.
Hey, 232-1542. First caller gets 4 tickets to the Hot Wheels hottest monster trucks live at the Cajun Dome. That is this weekend, coming up tomorrow. So call in, and you'll be the one to get them.
Let's do it, baby! Welcome back to the Josh Guillory Show. We're broadcasting live from the KPEL studios here in Lafayette, Louisiana. You can also catch us each day, every day on KLFY from 1 to 2 p.m. KLFY Plus, I apologize. And you can catch us live at rumble.com. I want to see you over there right now at Rumble. You can be like, that's real chat and Bandit. Man, that Rumble chat has been hot and heavy this past week. All right, so we were talking about Senator McConnell. He had a little fall yesterday. In the Capitol, one of the hallways. So we went into that. But I believe this stumble actually is way more symbolic than anything. It is symbolic, if you think about it, of a very tired political class that's been stumbling for, I would say, at least 3 decades. Probably 4. These DC elites, they cling to power long after they've stopped representing anyone but the system itself. And that's the problem we see here. McConnell's been a fixture of that system, cautious, calculating, and allergic to the kind of fight this country actually needs. I'll give him credit on the judges. I think he put a lot of good judges through. But, man, he's been fighting the guy that's trying to get us out of the hole we're in tooth and nail the first term and now this term. The swamp doesn't drain itself. It replaces faces. That's it. It shifts alliances. But it does carry on, and we see that. And you see that at multiple levels. Local, state, national. Someone comes in, thinks outside the box, gets things done, but, oof, you're going to upset the apple cart. But Republicans, Democrats, they both, over there in Washington, they both feed off the same power structure while pretending to battle each other. Why is it that the national debt keeps going up? Why is the only time that why is it the only time we're fiscally responsible is in the minority party? When that party is in the minority, they're fiscally responsible. Democrats right now are fiscally responsible. Not really. They can't argue that because of the whole shutdowns, because they want to add trillions of dollars to more than $1 trillion to help out illegal immigrants. So they can't actually claim that. But in the past, they have. With the big, beautiful bill, they actually, rightfully so, said that it increases the debt. We agree. I love everything about the big, beautiful bill except the horrible debt that comes with it. But why is that? Why is that so? Why is it that we only hear fiscal responsibility cries from the party in charge, or the party that's not in charge? What happens when you get in charge? Why can't we stop spending more than we have coming in? Something in that little elite bubble keeps us doing the same thing, no matter what party's there. Although we've seen some steps here recently of some maybe changing the trajectory of our spending habits with our friends in Washington. But man, folks back home, you want to talk about fighting? Look what we're fighting. We're fighting inflation here in Lafayette. We're fighting panhandlers and now terrorists. Insurance.
Can't never forget to drop that one.
Yep. But we're doing all this locally across the country. While these Washington insiders fight for committee seats and cocktail invites, McConnell is the poster child for it. Again, I'll give credit where credit's due. I feel like he did a great job leading the charge and getting conservative judges confirmed. I feel like he got a lot of originalists, a lot of maybe some textualists even, judges that will interpret the law and not legislate from the bench. Although once they get on, they're appointed for life, and you never know. But that's what we're doing. That's what you're doing. You're trying to survive, man. Trying to pay your bills, trying to live, trying to find joy, trying to find peace. These guys just fight for themselves. There's no reason for this dude. He has been in Washington how long? What's on the resume? Debt. Let's compare the. If we were doing a job performance, I'm blessed to lead some folks. If I was doing a job performance, let's see here. When you came in, the national debt was this. Now in 2025, the national debt is this. And you serve in the branch of the government that controls the purse strings. So Can you tell me what the success is? Okay, when you took office, Senator McConnell, sir, respectfully, how big was the federal government? How many federal employees did we have? How much bureaucracy? Here's the real catch. This is where there's no excuse for Congress. How many administrative rules did we have when you were first elected? And how many administrative rules do we have now? That's where bureaucracy is. In the administration, that fourth de facto, not written in the Constitution branch of government. It's literally the executive branch making the law through administrative rules, interpreting the law, and then enforcing that same law, all in one branch of government. Oh, sure, you go through all that, then you could go to the judiciary. That's called through the Administrative Procedures Act. You have to exhaust all those remedies first. But wow, tell that to Joe Public, who has to go spend how much on attorney's fees? Or if they represent themselves, how much time just to do the right thing? That's all I'm saying. So yes, I wish Senator McConnell good health. I really do. I really do. But Washington doesn't need another round of the same song with new singers. We have got to start putting term limits. We have got to start seriously talking about term limits. These guys get in there and they don't leave. Cassidy's going to win, by the way. I think he's going to win the same way Jeff Lane is going to win, with the Democrat votes. I do. Now I got my good buddy coming on. He's going to disagree. I know where my vote's going.
Democratic candidate.
I know where my vote's going. It's going on the conservative. It is. It is, and it's not in the incumbent. He's welcome to come on the show.
He's been invited multiple times.
Absolutely. Come.
Always open.
Always open. Always open. No, I'm telling you, I think he's going to sneak in to be in the top two, and it's going to be him versus a Republican, and then he's going to get the Democrat vote and enough Republicans.
You're probably right.
You know, that's the scary part about this. Wait, know what I'm talking about? It's not a general primary. What the hell am I talking? Jamie, you should have corrected me. Basic civics. Oh my goodness.
I was just letting you go.
We just changed it. I take that back. I don't think he's gonna win. As a matter of fact, the guy coming in later today has a good shot of winning. See what I did there? All in 1 minute.
Nice
I
pivot.
debated myself, and I even convinced myself the other way because I just reminded myself of facts. Wow. Woo! We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Josh Guillory Show. We're broadcasting live from the KPEL studios here in Lafayette, Louisiana, also on rumble.com, and always happy to be with our friends over there at KLFY+. Okay. Hey, JB Pritzker over there, Governor Pritzker.
Money, Pritzker.
Big money. Money man.
That dude got some money.
Now, we ain't talking about Medicaid expansion now. He'll get excited about that, too. So does Louisiana, by the way. Anyway, tell us about Governor JB.
Well,
over there in Illinois.
Governor JB there, you know how they have to, you were in office, you gotta claim your taxes and whatnot.
That's true.
Right?
Yeah.
He did, and guess how much he took home from Las Vegas?
I have it right in front of me. You say it.
$1.43 million in winnings.
That's in gambling winnings from Las Vegas. So that's in, I'm assuming, 1 year.
$10.7 million in taxable income last year. That includes of that $10.7 million, about 10% of that.
Man, that dude can gamble, huh?
Rolling deep.
Yeah, but he won $1.43 million.
Well, I was watching a little bit about this on the news earlier, and someone said this, and they're probably right. He was not probably playing the quarter slots or the nickel slots.
No way.
He's a man of wealth. I think his family owns like some hotels or something.
He's a billionaire.
He's a hotelier.
Yeah.
And he's got the money, so he's probably at the blackjack, probably betting $1,000 a hand or so.
But he made that, man. Let me tell you what he needs to be doing. He needs to be focusing about crime in Chicago. And my Cubs play there.
And
I need it safe in the friendly confines and our friends down the street.
He needs to watch his caloric intake is what he needs.
Yeah, he's
that's not good, man. Looking like John Goodman back in the day. Well, Roseanne. No, JB Pritzker. I mean, look.
Do you think he could have sat in for John Goodman?
Absolutely. I think John Goodman could play him in a biopic.
You think so?
Absolutely.
Side note, John Goodman played Huey P. Long.
Yeah.
In a I guess a document or a show about him. Yeah. Biography.
Not too familiar. But this guy
called Kingfish.
Wait. No, that wasn't John Goodman.
Yeah, it was.
Kingfish.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, I'm thinking of Blaze.
I don't know.
Blaze was a good one.
But
that was
so JB over there, what were you saying?
I'm saying JB's got the money. I mean, you can't really fault him for he's got that kind of money. He can do that. But he's crying about his people not getting their Obamacare subsidies and whatnot.
Donate.
Sounds like he's got some to share.
Yeah, donate.
I mean, he advocates for that. He advocates for taking money from rich people, giving it to poor.
I'll tell you what. By the way, we're going to have Senator Blake Miguez on here earlier. He's also a candidate for U.S. Senate.
Walking up just now.
Yeah, he's walking up just now. And, I got to tell you, though, all this talk about us being a super majority. We talk about on the show all the time. Super majority in the House, super majority in the Senate. Louisiana has 40% of our population on Medicaid. Mm-hmm. That's 40%. So I don't understand why. I know we're running out of time here, but I don't understand why we continue to seek federal dollars. I don't understand why we don't stand up to this kind of dependency. And now I'm looking at J.B. Pritzker, and I'm looking at our own current governor, which I voted for, okay? And you have one governor who refuses to combat crime. You got another governor that wants to do it, but he needs the president to do what? His job? Activate the doggone National Guard. They answer to you. You the commander-in-chief. Let's go. I did that just for this guy that just walked in. I want to get him uncomfortable. No, I'm kidding. I love you. All right, guys, stick around. We're going to have State Senator Blake Miguez, candidate for U.S. Senate, my good friend over here. Welcome back to the Josh Guillory Show. We're broadcasting live from the KPEL studios here in Lafayette, Louisiana. Also broadcasting live on rumble.com, and always happy to be with our friends at KLFY Plus, our first episode on KLFY Plus. And I am so happy and honored to have my dear friend Blake Miguez, State Senator Blake Miguez, candidate for United States Senate. How you doing, bud?
How's everything, Josh? Thank you so much for having me on the show. And I'm on the first time on a radio show, and there's cameras. So this is exciting.
Which was kind of a gamble, because I didn't want to scare too many people with my face. Jamie was fine, but, I just told him, I said, hey, look, pest control, just screenshot my face.
And for radio.
See? All right, man, thank you so much for coming in. So you got so many things. Look, I was honored to serve with you, here locally. And, man, you were a great teammate, always stand in the line. I always would thank you. Stand in line for being a conservative over there, especially in that climate. So you're running for United States Senate, man. Tell the folks why.
Well, thanks so much for having me on the show, Josh. First of all, the listeners out there, my name is Blake Miguez. I'm running for the United States Senate to replace Bill Cassidy. He's failed his job in D.C., but most importantly is I'm a seventh-generation Louisianan, and I've grown up in the town of New Iberia. And the president can count on me to be someone that will support his America First agenda full-time and not just be one of these phony election year Republicans. So I can tell you that more than ever, our country needs a MAGA conservative warrior with youthful energy that's going to bring some fresh ideas and some ideas. You ask me why I'm running? Well, I'm running to protect the American dream, to protect the American dream for your children, our grandchildren. Because, the most selfless thing that we do as parents, Josh, and I know you're a father, is we raise our children to be greater than us. Yeah. We want every parent wants every child to be better than them. But remember Ronald Reagan. He said, freedom is not free. But we live in the greatest country, but our freedom does not pass through our bloodline to our next generation. We have to teach them. We have to teach them to fight and defend it. Or one day, we'll be sitting around a campfire telling stories to our grandchildren about a country that was once great, a country that was once free. I'll tell you, I was born on the bayou. I was built on the bayou. And when I'm dead and gone, they'll bury me on the bayou, but not after I fight with everything that's in me, the people of Louisiana and for this country. And I want our children, our grandchildren to grow up in a country that's as great as the one that our grandparents left us.
Yeah. You ain't kidding. Well, I know where your heart is, but I know you. And I think the folks will hear that if they haven't, know it already. But all right, so what's it looking like out on the trail, man? There's so many things to do. You got a statewide campaign. You got some formidable opponents over there. You're challenging a sitting U.S. senator, all that stuff, man. But that don't scare you. Come on, what you got?
I'm a fighter. Let's go through a little civics lessons. First of all, we have a new Republican Party primary. So if you dislike Bill Cassidy and you're upset with him because he voted to convict President Trump on impeachment twice, then this is your opportunity to make your voice heard. And I'll tell you, the people of Louisiana in all 64 parishes, my 6,000 contributors, and I have no PAC money behind me, it's all people, they made their voice heard this last quarter in Q3. We raised $1.22 million in this quarter.
Say that again?
$1.22 million.
In a quarter?
In our last quarter, when we were in the race for 13 days, we raised $820,000, outraising every one of our opponents on individual contributions, including Rhino Senator Bill Cassidy. So the people are making their voices heard. And I'm going to make their voices heard in D.C., and we're not going to take our foot off the gas because I can tell you this race is very much winnable by a MAGA conservative like myself. Look, we're in a spiritual battle in America right now. Oof. Look, after we saw what happened with Charlie Kirk last month, we need to stand up and fight and make sure our voices as conservatives are not silenced. And in order to do that, it's not good enough to just be conservative anymore. We need leaders that are young. They have a backbone. They have the courage to stand up and fight the spiritual battle in this country because the left and the woke ideology is a cancer at America's soul. I'm the guy that's going to go to D.C. and I'm going to fight for the people of Louisiana with everything that I've got.
Absolutely. And I know you've carried the torch a lot for the Second Amendment. And you could talk about it when you're the candidate. You know what I mean? I say this all the time on the show. I love the campaign conservatives, okay? I just want consistent conservatives, Like I said, I served with you. I can attest to that. But it's public record, too. You don't need me. But you were just honored with a pretty significant award. But describe it for us, please.
Josh, I appreciate you bringing that up. It's a great honor of mine. One of probably the biggest honors of an award I've received for my legislative work And the National Rifle Association, they gave me recently the Defender of Freedom Award. It is the highest award that they give to one individual in this country per year for their work on the Second Amendment. The work that I did in the Second Amendment, do you know that this past year we passed the strongest constitutional carry legislation in the country? I was the author of that bill, followed with a limitation of liability for those trying to defend themselves against a violent criminal. We worked on the preemption code. We passed the FIND Act to stop big banks from discriminating against gun manufacturers and gun dealers right here in Louisiana. We fought time and time again. And I've been a conservative stalwart in the Senate and the House fighting to defend Second Amendment rights, and I was honored. And I'll tell you the most precious thing about receiving the award was that I got to tell my father about it in January. He passed away suddenly from liver cancer. Yeah. I got to tell him he was so proud because he spent his entire life raising a son, raising an Eagle Scout to fight for our constitutional rights. Wow. And to have him at my swearing-in ceremony as a state senator was the most precious moment of my life. I miss him dearly. He's with me on this campaign trail each and every day. But how amazing.
Yes.
Growing up in the family that we did, a middle-class family, and I have the opportunity to serve as your state senator, to serve possibly as your next U.S. senator. Yep. It goes to show you that the love for Louisiana flows through my blood. That's something that can't be taught. My family's been here since the 1700s. The Acadians first settled in the village of Lorville, where I'm from. My seventh great-grandfather was a Spaniard who helped found the city of New Iberia, where I raised my 4 beautiful children with my wife, Ashley, who's a public school teacher in New Iberia. We live in Louisiana. We're not going anywhere, and we're going to fight to make the lives of Louisianans better, and we're going to fight to defend and save this country. And look, it's not that hard to do, because all you have to do is support President Trump's America First agenda.
Not hard.
He just needs a senator that'll be for him there full time, not an election year.
That he doesn't have to just worry about. I mean, my goodness, he has enough of a fight. All right, so Senator Miguez here, State Senator Blake Miguez, run for U.S. Senate. My dear friend over here, my battle buddy. So this shutdown, this silliness up there. Now, I'll give you my take, and there's no excuse for it. So I love all these cuts that our fellow Republicans are doing right now. I love all that. None of it means anything unless they make it permanent. I don't think we should reward bad behavior. I think, I'm sorry, you run a business. I run a business. Right. I don't have any non-essential employees. You don't have any non-essential employees. And when I was in government, I tell you what, during COVID, when they said this first term I've never heard in my life because I run business, non-essential worker, I said, well, cut them. And we got with HR. And we shrunk government. And guess what? We still paid more roads than all the things we're saying about me. It's about you. So
you can't ever cut enough government.
Man, but look, you're right. Man, if you're elected, you're going to go in there, and it is a system that is so bigger than you, and you can't reasonably promise that you'll just bring the beacon of conservatism to everybody's mind up there.
But I've been in this situation before in the state legislature, the tough times with establishment rhino leadership, and I stood tall. And then when they changed out the senators and the representatives, and I got a promotion to the Senate, we made a difference. We changed how we spend it. We controlled government growth. We have a $38 trillion deficit in this country right now.
Horrible.
Debt.
Horrible.
If we go on the route that we're on over the next decade, that'll turn into $20 more trillion. I talked about our grandchildren earlier. Talked about having fireside stories with them. Freedom is not free, but it's also, we could go bankrupt if our dollar's not worth anything.
Yeah.
People, look, my campaign is fueled on faith, family, and hard work. And every one of our business owners and every one of you out there has worked hard for what you have, worked hard for your retirement. And the last thing you want to grow up in or have your retirement in is a country that's broke.
Exactly.
But we can make a difference now. We can start prioritizing our spending. Look at the big, beautiful bill. There were some things that President Trump, through his leadership, added work requirements into Medicaid for those able-bodied adults that didn't take care of the dependents. Added work requirements like I did in the state legislature back into the welfare program. Look, the government is not here to save you. The government can help you at vulnerable times and lift you up. But this is a hand up. This is not a handout. Yeah. And if you want the true depth and you want the prosperity that the American dream has to offer, you've got to get back to your faith. Family has to be important. Most importantly, you have to get back to work. And our economy is fueled by workers. If you want to balance the deficit, you got to control the growth of the government spending. But you know what else you have to do? You have to fuel this amazing economy that America has. bring these jobs in from other countries and onshore them back into America and put Americans first.
Absolutely.
President Trump's America First policy is winning every single day. That's why I said, Josh, this job is easy. We just need a senator that's going to support the president and support the America First agenda. I did it in Baton Rouge as a state legislator, and I'm going to do it for you when I show up in Washington. I'm a conservative. I have the conservative credentials. I have the business background. Most importantly, the love for Louisiana flows through my blood, and I have the passion to serve.
Well, I know that. So I asked Secretary Fleming this question. So I think it's fair to ask you. I'll ask anybody else that comes on from the campaign trail. All right. So I'll set it up though. New York or National Guard. All right. So we're seeing all these National Guard. Just to remind the folks, okay, there's separate situations. Not everyone's the same. Okay. So you have Washington D.C. where crime was out of control, and you had a mayor that didn't want to do anything. Well, first of all, D.C. is different just because it's the District of Columbia, okay? So we start off with that. Second of all, again, mayor not doing anything. Then you go to our boy over here. Look at that, J.B. Pritzker over there in Illinois. Big tough man. Yeah, you heard that, huh? Well, anyway, so they got crime going rampant, but they're refusing to do anything. The governor is, the mayor of Chicago is, and the president's like, hey, I'm going to go in. Now, you flip that to Louisiana. A governor that I voted for, and I voted for this man every time he's on my ballot, okay? But what I don't understand is why a governor who the National Guard answers to, why do you need the President of the United States to doggone mobilize your National Guard? And if it's about money, that is a horrible reason to set a precedent if it's about money. And if it's about money, say it's about money. Anyway, so we don't want us conservatives, Republicans, voluntarily inviting the federal government to come do local work like policing. What's next? Utilities? You want the federal government to pave all our roads? How's that going? Anyway, that's my opinion, Senator. What's your thoughts?
Well, I'll tell you, when you get past the headlines and the fiscal notes on everything, and you look at the different blue cities, right? Because all these cities are run by Democrats.
Not Louisiana.
Just to start this off, if you allow liberals and the woke left to run your city, they will run it into the ground and destroy it, right?
Yep.
And we saw this in Chicago's crime problem. We saw it in D.C. St. Louis is another big one. Yeah. The president mentioned New Orleans lately, but let's give the listeners out there, because they live here in Louisiana, some background. The governor and the legislature saw that there was a problem in New Orleans several years ago. When he took office, after you voted for him, and after you voted myself as a senator and others, we started Troop NOLA, and we invested a tremendous amount of state dollars into helping police New Orleans to get the crime rate down, and it's improving, right? But the real problem is not in Louisiana. This doesn't apply to the other cities. That's a different issue. It's not necessarily the crime enforcement through law enforcment. The issue is George Soros-funded district attorneys, not only in Caddo Parish and Orleans Parish. Now, you can arrest these criminals all you want, but if they know they're not going to be held accountable, then they're going to continue to do violent crime, and that's what you've seen in New Orleans. And look, I'm on the Jude C. Committee in the Senate. We've been having a tremendous amount of oversight hearings trying to hold that district attorney's feet to the fire. But DAs in this state are very powerful, and they are the kings of their domain. But I'll tell you, you know how you beat them? You go to the ballot box. And we have an example of that on an announcement this week in Caddo Parish. Senator Alan Seaball is going to take on the George Soros-funded district attorney there.
There you go. Oh, yeah, I saw that.
And he's a very conservative. He's very tough, and that's what you got to do. You got to get rid of these guys. Now, these other cities, like St. Louis, Chicago, yes, you got to remember, Joe Biden had an open border. President Trump has closed that border and has gone from having 350,000 people come across our border per month down to zero. So you're going to have violent criminals, terrorists, sex traffickers, drug dealers in our cities. So, yes, you want to use the National Guard to fix that problem immediately. But I agree with you, Josh. You do not want to federalize your police force.
No.
We
already have a corrupt FBI. We already have a dirty CIA. What more do we want? We want them in our backyards now? We want them in our house? Look, all I'm saying, hey, by the way, kudos, Troop NOLA. Governor Landry, great leadership with Troop NOLA. Notice the difference. State troopers answer to the governor. Use your resources, but the next time we have a Democrat president and a Democrat governor, don't be surprised if that governor requests the National Guard to come make your children and my children stay at home and not go to church and not put masks on.
Well, Josh, we don't have too much time left in the show, but I want to let the listeners know I have an amazing launch video.
Yes.
We do some amazing shooting. I'm a former world and national champion pistol shooter. I have some gold and silver medals representing the United States across this globe. Go there to BlakeMiguez.com. You'll see the cool launch video. Got over 5 million views on social media. My bio video is on there as well. We have our new online store. That's the one you sent me.
Go look at it.
We got a new online store where you can get buttons, signs, shirts, caps. All those proceeds go to supporting my campaign. If you want to kick Bill Cassidy out of office, support me as your next U.S. Senator. My name's Blake Miguez, and I'm going to get the resources it takes to defeat Bill Cassidy this spring, but I can't do it without your help. I need your support. I need your help. And if anything, keep me and my family in your prayers. We had a new little 2-month-old infant back at the house.
That's right.
Red hair. She's fueling my passion.
Hey, you got a couple redheads in your life telling you what to do now.
That's right.
Man, guys, look. I know this man's heart, and it's in the right place. And I will tell you, when I was in office, we both served under a Democrat governor, and it was lonely. It was lonely. You know what I mean? And to the governor's credit, he was in our club too, fighting him. So,
that's right.
You know what I mean? But it was only like 5 of us. So I appreciate you always staying strong, staying consistent, even when it wasn't popular, even when you got all the flack because you weren't in the cool club. So I appreciate that.
I'll leave the voters with this. This race is all about trust. And if one thing's for certain, you can trust that I'll never forget who I am, where I come from, or the people on the Bayou State who sent me to be their voice in D.C.
All right, guys, stick around. We'll be right back. Hour number 2, KLFY Plus. We love you. See you tomorrow.
And traffic this hour brought to you by Glenn's Towing and Recovery, 989-0510, 989 a nickel and a dime. Right now, we've got a minor accident Pinhook Road at Bendel. We've got a stalled vehicle, Camellia Boulevard, the 100 block, and a hit and run being worked, Ambassador Caffrey at Settlers Trace Parkway. Otherwise, everything looking pretty good out there. All the major roadways are looking clear. Got some backups on Johnson Street right around the Monk Park area. But otherwise, everything looking good. Give us a call if you see anything, 232-1542, or you can download the KPL News app for free from your phone's app store and shoot us a text message using the app chat feature. Go check it out. And remember, traffic this hour brought to you by Glenn's Towing and Recovery, 989-0510, 989 a nickel and a dime. Stick around. Hour number 2 of the Josh Guillory Show starts right after this.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our number 2 of the Josh Guillory Show. I remain your grateful host. Head in studio with me, my main man, Jamie Ogel.
Oh, wait, what am I doing?
Hey, yes, start it over.
What am I doing?
Hour number 2 again.
You know what it is. Josh is over there knocking stuff over.
I am.
Baby.
That's what I was looking for.
I am. The Rumble audience, you didn't even see it. That's how professional we are.
But I see it out of the corner of my eye.
I know.
I'll fix what you broke.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Hey, guys, we're broadcasting live from the KPL studios here in Lafayette, Louisiana. Also broadcasting live on Rumble. Man, it's Friday. Y'all talk to me. Open up the phone lines, 232-1542. We didn't open up in the first hour.
Early.
Let's just, the whole doggone hour. I don't care what you want to talk about. You want to talk about tinfoil hat stuff? You want to talk about we didn't land on the moon? You want to talk about there's aliens living under the ocean, like sea creatures, like USOs? You want to talk about JF Kennedy still alive?
Junior.
Yeah, Junior.
It's Open Line Friday, folks.
You just call yourself in and you talk about whatever it is that you feel you need to talk about and this wonderful audience would benefit from hearing.
Renee said, "Don't threaten me with a good time."
That's right, Renee. Bring the heat, baby. Set the tone, Renee. What you got?
Yeah, I want to say whenever you talk with people and you mess up and they tell you, you could have done this, you done that, it's your fault and all that, I want to bring up, I bought this small house and property. As long as I pay my city taxes, it's mine. And I shouldn't have to share it with no illegal immigrants or people living in basement eating Hot Pockets at their mama's and daddy's house. If I bought this truck, it's my truck. I shouldn't have to share it with nobody. If it's my time, it's my time. Very seldomly should I give my time to the government unless I signed the contract or it's really needed for public use. It's mine. I despise communism because the little bit I have, it's all mine. It's my dogs.
Yeah, there you go, Renee. Hey, thank you, Renee. I appreciate it. See, Renee knows how to set the tone. You see what I'm saying? I called to ask for some stuff. I said I need to hear from you. It's Friday. I didn't get to hear from you last hour. The whole hour these phone lines are going to be open. I don't care what we talk about. We could talk about anything. Hoover, whatever. The original signers of the Declaration. Did he do it? Whatever. I'm just throwing. I'm saying it's open line Friday. They can do whatever they want. All right, let's see here. Who are we going to? Caller, you were live on the Josh Guillory Show. What is your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Kent.
Hey, Kent. What you got, Kent? Talk to us, baby.
Calling from my truck.
Yes.
Okay, here's what I got. I got a big pet peeve I want to talk about. It just drives me freaking crazy.
Bring it, Kent.
Whenever I'm watching, let's say, like The Five or any show on Fox or Newsmax, and they have a liberal guest, and they say, Joe Biden won a free and fair election in 2020, and they just let that go and gloss over and don't even dispute it. There ain't no way, and you know what, Joe Biden won a free and fair election in 2020. The evidence out there, and no one on your conservative talk shows on TV ever dispute that when someone says it.
Well,
that just drives me crazy.
Well said. Well said, Kent. Make the points. Make the points, Kent. I like it. All right, who we going to? Warren. What you got, Warren? Bring the heat.
Well, I want to talk about Diddy the jailhouse kitty, but I want to clear something up first.
Whoa. Say that again. Say it again.
I think that if you can drug test little people, you need to drug test and lie detector test our politicians because we know they lie. Okay, if you can take an elderly person who's never been in trouble with drugs or alcohol and you can drug test them for no reason, then you can drug test our politician. And old Diddy, I'm telling you, I'll bet you there's more squealing going on than a trailer full of pigs waiting their turn at a boucherie.
Warren!
Huh? He said they took everything away from him. I have a feeling they're going to make him a star again.
Thanks,
Y'all
Warren.
have a good day.
Warren!
I missed most of that, and that's probably for the best, right?
He brought it. Who are we going to?
We are going to...
I want to hear the heat. I want to hear the wildest conspiracy theory in the whole world. It is Friday. It is Friday the whole doggone day, even in the night, half of it at least. Who we going to? Kill Switch. What's up, Kill Switch? Bring the heat, baby.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What up?
The craziest conspiracy theory I heard was we didn't land on the moon and the Earth is flat.
Yeah. I've heard those two.
Yeah, that's crazy stuff.
Where you land on that, Kill Switch?
Right there.
Earth flat or Earth round?
Oh, the Earth is round? Come on.
I agree.
We've been to the moon.
He said the Earth is
I
round.
agree.
Jamie thinks. We've been to the moon.
Jamie thinks we haven't.
I don't know that we have.
I know he does.
He said it looks like desert rocks.
Well, looks like the Badlands of who is it, Idaho or Utah?
Oh, see, I
Back then, they wasn't that skilled in movie making to make all that look fake.
I don't know. Maybe that's the reason
why. I
why.
want to know about
real.
Blake Miguez. Is he a good question to ask him if they honest or not? Ask him, are they for or against carbon capture? So I was just wondering.
Well, I will tell you,
if they for it, what's up with that.
you know what?
If they're against
I would like to know all the candidates' position. And look, the two guys that I've interviewed, I find them to be honest. I worked with them, both the secretary in out of Washington and then the senator in Baton Rouge. But yeah, hey, Kill Switch, you ain't kidding though. That one question would probably answer a lot, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would. Yeah, it would. And no offense to Mr. Blake, but I'm a Fleming kind of guy. You know what I mean?
Hey, there you
but
go.
That's personal. You know. I just thought I'd share it.
No,
but
Kill Switch,
y'all have
okay.
a good day, guys.
Kill Switch, we love you. All right, let's see here. I want to hear it. I want to hear it. I want to hear it today. Bring it. All right, caller, you are live on the Josh Guillory Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
I'm Rob. I'm calling from my truck, Josh.
All right, Rob, what you got, baby?
Look, I just wanted to throw out a personal thank you to Kamala Harris, okay?
Okay.
Because the other day we were at the library. My kid had an accident. The librarian handed me her book and said, rip them pages out, clean them up, put it to good use for something.
Kamala Harris.
I love it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Hey, thank you very much. Let's see here. Caller, you're live on the Josh Guillory Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from? That's
Hey,
you.
this is James.
Hey, James, what you got, James?
Man, Josh, you're going to go close to home on this one. I love driving around Lafayette, seeing these beautiful signs at the intersections that say, there's a better way to give, with a panhandler standing right in front of the sign.
It drives me insane. And they take advantage of our wonderful community's kindness when there's better ways. Oh, my goodness. And for you. Oh, I could go on and on. Hey, James, I appreciate you.
You tried, brother. You tried, man.
It's all good. Hey, but look, keep giving to good charities, Catholic Church, Catholic charities. There's a lot of Protestant churches out there that do a lot of good things, faith-based nonprofits that really want to help some folks. Give to that. Don't give on the side of the road. Hey, thanks, James.
Oh, no, we do.
We gave a PSA together, thanks to James. We got time? Come on, Jamie.
Yeah, let's go one more.
Caller, you are live on the Josh Gill Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, Josh, this is Jay from Broussard.
Hey, Jay. What's up, Jay? Bring the heat, baby.
Okay, so I was either listening to Moon, Eric Erickson, or you, but they said our interest on our debt is $1 trillion in X amount of time. And it was quite disturbing to hear that if you counted one number every second, it would take you 31,000 years plus to count to the $1 trillion amount. I am curious to know, with Trump's tariffs, how much is that decreasing our debt and or our interest?
I tell you what, that's a wonderful question to exit on because we're hitting a hard break. I just wanted to get you in. So let's hit that question when we get back. Thank you so much. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Josh Guillory Show. We're broadcasting live from the KPEL studios here in Lafayette, Louisiana. We're also broadcasting live on Rumble, and I want to see you over there in Rumble. Guys, it's Friday. I do got a job, and I ain't got to do. What movie am I quoting? I want to hear it. Call me 232-1542. It's Friday, doggone it. And I want to hear from you. What is on your mind? Talk to me, my dear audience. You did so great the last segment. I want to hear the wildest thing you got or just what's on your mind. What you got? You seeing something going on? You want to talk about it? Let's do it. Bring it on. 232-1542, 844-766-6607. All right, so we had a great question before the break, and it was basically, hey, what's the impact of Trump's tariffs over there on the national debt? The national debt's out of control, going on 38, it's more than 37 trillion now, going on $38 trillion. So my understanding is, if you just look at pure math based on based on the CBO is forecasting, the Congressional Budget Office, the CBO is forecasting $2.8 trillion decrease to the national debt over 10 years, okay, over a 10-year period. Okay, a lot of things can happen in 10 years, so I'm glad we have it, and we should have that prediction or that projection, but, you know, a lot of things go into that. What the CBO, though, the CBO is looking at direct revenue, but they don't take into consideration lower borrowing. I just kind of quickly looked this up on the break, you know. What about our own domestic production? What about our jobs that we're creating? You know, the tariffs do way... The win on the tariffs is not the revenue it brings in. That's not the win. Not in this round, not what Trump's doing. The win with Trump's tariffs is that it's motivating manufacturers to locate here in the United States purely for one reason. It will cost more to not do that. It will be more painful to not do that. And we've spent 50 years transitioning, in really the last 30 to 35 years, transitioning from a building economy, a manufacturing economy, an economy that builds things, produces things, and we switched over to a service-related industry, economy, which I don't know why you would why you can walk and chew gum. Diversity is great, especially in your economy. Just throwing that out there. So that was a great call. All right, so let's see here. Let's keep these phone lines open. 232-1542, 844-766-6607. Hey, that's real Shaq. Can't see it. Let me see it.
Oh,
all right. Elvis is still alive. Yeah, I don't get that part. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, I agree. Topless Jeep weather for sure. I'm with you. Tiger Man.
Tiger Mott.
You read it.
Says, do they sell smart water in D.C.? Maybe we can do a truckload donation to go up there.
Let's see here. Maybe so. All right, let's go back to Renee. Renee, bring some heat, man. Let's go. What you got?
Yeah, I'm tired. I got to go to the great vacation. I'm tired of the left and the right whining and crying about there was no weapons of mass destruction in Iraq. I read somewhere Saddam Hussein paid the next door neighbor in Syria, the only two places he didn't burn his bridges, to take his weapons of mass destruction and hid them. And that's very immaterial because he had missiles, he had trained people, he had lots of chemicals. He could have made weapons of mass destruction within a week or two because he already did that and he knows what he's doing. That's why we should have kicked his butt.
Hey, look, I appreciate that, Renee. A lot of folks are questioning that. A lot of folks have opined on that. You know, you spend a lot of time building up to go to war. Hey, we're coming. You know, it might be easy to hide some things, but maybe not so much today. We have a lot more technological advances, but we had enough technology to surveil. But hey, I don't know. It's a theory, and a lot of people subscribe to it. Not just a few. I will say that.
Man, where?
All right, let's go to New York City.
New York City. Oh, no, can't be nothing good.
This is good. This is good TV. This is good radio. It ain't good policy, but it's good radio. So I know everybody's on pins and needles. The first little mayoral New York City debate took place last night.
How'd that go?
It was loud. It was fiery. and it was loaded with shots about crime, Israel, affordability, and of course, Trump.
Well,
Orange man, bad.
old Big Daddy got to play a role somewhere.
You know it.
He lives rent-free in all their minds.
Come on now. So the debate featured Democrat Zoran Mamdani.
Oh, he got it right for the first. Oh, that's amazing.
Independent Andrew Cuomo, former Democrat Andrew Cuomo, and Republican Curtis, how you say it?
Sliwa.
And he's a current congressman, I believe, right? Or a former one, maybe?
I do not know.
We don't know. He's the Republican giving it a good go.
He founded Guardian Angels.
Oh, wait. Duh.
Yeah,
Come on, man. I know who that guy is with the beret.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He always runs. And he actually gained. Look.
A Republican in New York, he tries.
No, but he has a following.
He's got 15% right now, which
That's
is kind of
come
unheard of. I think Mom Donnie's helping that.
You think? Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. People who are just like, absolutely not.
You think that's it?
Yeah.
Huh.
And I think if he did drop out, which I'm not saying he should, because we should have Republican representation, but if he did drop out, I think it would help Cuomo.
Oh, who would you rather, Cuomo or Zamboni?
Mom Donnie.
Mambani.
I don't think you need me to answer that question.
I want to know.
I'm not going to vote for the socialists. Come on, man. I got my wits about me. I am a what you call a reasonable, common sense American.
Hey, look, but man, I agree with you. You are a common sense, reasonable American, and I would think even in New York City, like guys, this dude's a communist. Like, are y'all really gonna vote in a communist?
Try anything once.
That you may only
try anything once.
Look, but the thing is, at least it's just a mayor. Like you don't survive more than one. I mean, you vote once. Like I heard someone say this one time, a good friend who co-hosted earlier this week. You can vote your way into socialism, but you will shoot your way out.
You can't. Is New York too big to fail? Is the question. Like seriously, if this guy comes in, starts taking a wrecking ball to everything, especially the money. I mean, it's going to come to a head. I mean, are they too big to fail? What happens if he backs them into a corner? What do you do?
Very good question. Audience, what do you think? Let's go to this gentleman first. He probably wants to talk about something else, but let's go back to that question, though, after this call. Caller, what you got today? It's just free for all, baby. What you got?
Is it me?
That's you. What's your name? Where you calling from?
This is Chris from New Iberia.
All right, Chris. Talk to us, baby.
Yeah, actually, it was on the Madani thing. I think he needs to win because I think that's the only way you'll be able to get Giuliani back in office again.
Hey!
Somebody like that goes back in there.
You know what? I will tell you this, Chris. I didn't think about that. That's a flaw.
Giuliani wouldn't.
Yeah, no, I get it. Maybe it's not Giuliani, but it would open the door for a Republican. And Giuliani.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, yeah.
And look, Chris, Giuliani's, for whatever, the guy's record was pretty good as a mayor. I mean, the guy cleaned up. Yeah. It was the rotten apple when he took over. So
it was America's mayor.
Yep.
Thanks, Chris. Appreciate you. Oh, guys, all right, I hear the music just like you. All right, stick around. We'll be right back. We'll keep those phone lines open. Rumble, keep that chat alive. I just love it. I'm coming to you, Tiger Mike. Welcome back to the Josh Guillory Show. We're broadcasting live from the KPEL studios here in Acadiana. That's South Louisiana for all our friends outside this great state. We're also on rumble.com, and I want to see you on rumble.com. We're going to keep those phone lines open. I want the wildest theory you got. It's Friday. I don't even care if you believe it or not. I heard this at the Walmarts, and this is what is happening. Did you know Sheila did?
Martha Jane. I want to break y'all off a little bit of irony before we go into the
Read
weekend.
that. Okay.
I found this amongst my collections. It's this little pocket version of the Constitution provided to me by the ACLU, the American Civil Liberties Union.
Hold on, wait, you better check it. Is the Second Amendment still in there?
Let's see,
I bet they ripped it out. Is the 10th Amendment? Is the ACLU the second and the 10th? Only the first? Only the first.
Yeah.
Like half of it.
Yeah, no, not all the first. They don't want the free exercise clause.
Yeah, man.
They don't want that.
I don't know.
Do me a favor, bud. Read that chat. My eyes are hurting me.
Tiger Mott says, Josh, you bring the energy to Crowley. To Crowley every time you come.
Hey, I was as you know, Tiger Mott.
I don't know Tiger. She said, followed that up with Josh for president. That is a wild thought.
I thought we were friends, Tiger Mott.
Let's see. That's Real Shy explained Elvis. Pastor Bob Joyce is actually Elvis Presley, that the king faked his death and came back to sing gospel instead of rock and roll. He purged the devil from his body, and he let the good Lord in.
That's Real Shy. You threw out a theory, all right. I'm loving. Hey, you never know. Who knows? By the way, Elvis Presley could sing some gospel.
Elvis Presley. Oh, you lonesome.
I mean, that dude could sing. He could sing.
Oh, yeah.
Like, seriously. All right, let's go back to the phone lines. Caller, you're live on the Josh Guillory Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Something Wong. I'm calling from
Yes! Bring it.
So you guys were asking about conspiracies. I do have one that I'd like to bring up. I don't know if I've done it with your show yet or not, but it's called, there's a chemical called chloramine. It kind of goes back to Flint, Michigan when they had the lead poisoning from the water supply. What happened is the local municipality changed from using chlorine to sanitize their water to chloramine. Ooh. And it ate the ID lining of the pipe that caused lead poisoning to those people. Interestingly enough, I found out that even in our local municipality, they've switched to chloramine to sanitize the water. The problem with chloramine, you can delve into it, is when it cleans water, it off-gasses ammonia, which is highly corrosive, which can be seen by the LUS massive South water plant rebuild recently. I mean, and then if you even look in Opelousas, they switched to chloramine, and it's rotted out all the pipes, and there's massive water leaks everywhere. Wow. But you asked for a conspiracy theory, and there's one. If you want to get in that rabbit hole, check it out.
Hey, look, and I'll tell you this, Something Wong, we love when you call in. That is something that don't overlook what he's saying, though. Seriously, water supplies, any kind of like utilities, all locally run. But man, you owe it to yourself to go check it out. Like wherever you get your water, wherever you get even your energy. Look into it. You have every right to ask questions. Check on the security. Check on what's going in your water. Do all those things. Hey, we appreciate that. All right, let's go to the next caller. Oh, and first, I can actually read this. Tiger Mott said, "You said wild, Josh for president. Wild thought."
That's wild.
Man, hey, Tiger Mott, they ain't ready for this. We'd have the strongest military in the world. We'd doggone hit the national deficit, and our border would be solid. Everything else, states, families, local mayors, y'all got this. Love you. If we do that, we could decrease taxes too. Anyway, that's a novel. But man, I bet you a lot of folks might be mad at me for doing that. I don't know.
They might.
That might hurt them. I don't know. But the folks would like it.
Yeah.
The folks would benefit.
Bet Warren likes it.
Warren definitely Warren understands keeping more of your money too. Warren, what you got?
Well, talking about Jamie, talking about trying anything once. When I was working over there at that violent workplace on Bank Street over there, we were in there one day, and one of the guys was talking on the radio. They were talking about being born gay, and he told the boss, he said, "I know I wasn't born gay." And the boss said, "Well, how do you know that?" He said, because. He said, I tried it once, but I didn't like it too much.
Come on, Warren.
Warren had his finger on the hang-up button.
Warren. That was your play. That was building on what you said, I'll try anything once. I guess that's one way to find out.
I deserve that.
You see?
deserve that.
You asked for it.
All right.
Asked for it. Caller, you're live on the Josh Guillory Show. What's your name? Where you calling from? Do you got the heat?
Hey, Josh, this is Jay from Broussard again.
Hey, Jay! Bring it, baby.
So, I got one thing since you're doing a Freeform Friday.
Mm-hmm.
When your significant other says, okay, do whatever, don't do it. Don't do it.
So you just gave all of us a very good
Free advice
tip of the day. That's like, how about this one? I don't want anything for my birthday.
I like a challenge. I like a challenge. I'm going to try that.
Don't give me anything for my birthday.
I can always send you my Venmo, and you guys can pay me for the advice when she says, do whatever. That means don't freaking do it.
Don't do that.
Right after I tell her to calm down.
Yeah, that's a good one. Hey, I'm just thankful. All right, let's go.
Big Chris!
Big Chris on this Friday. What you got, Big Chris?
Hey, I can't say I thought of this. I heard it from somebody. We need to have somebody run for political office on one platform to eliminate our term limits. That's the only thing, term limits. I'm running to end my job.
Yes. Hey, you know what? That guy or gal would, I don't care what your party is, if you could achieve that, you deserve the Nobel Peace Prize.
It'd be like that movie that Richard Pryor was in, None of the Above.
None of the above, man. Come on. Hey, he's a talented guy, Richard Pryor. Big Chris, I appreciate you, brother. Love you. Call in soon. Okay, let's go.
Caller.
Caller, you're live on the Josh Guillory Show. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Is that me?
That's you, caller.
Hey, what's up? This is Tim.
Hey, Tim.
I'm calling from Lafayette.
All right.
So, I just had a question. Going out towards like the Doosan area, there's a road I'm sure everybody's familiar with, West Congress. Who would we need to talk to about getting some lighting up in there or a sidewalk? Because this morning I was on the way to work and I almost hit like 3 separate people.
Oof.
And they just walking in the middle of the road, man. And the road's bad. I don't know if you ever traveled down there, but there's a little bridge where you might catch some air if you're going too fast. But I was just curious on who I need to talk to or who we can speak to about trying to get that little situation handled, because Scott don't want it, Deuce don't want it, and you know, nobody wants it. So, but I'll hang up and listen, man. Y'all have a happy weekend.
If you, so it's a local issue, as you know. Parts of it is in the city, parts of it is in the parish. And you're right, you have some other municipalities in there too. I believe Scott has a little West Congress, huh?
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
No, you're right.
If you dive deep in the LCG projects, it's there. So you would need to contact, and I remember it being there, and it was in the rotation. Now I don't know if that's still the case. It should be, for all the reasons why you listed. And what's really crazy is that goes, I mean, we paved more than 210 miles of local roads. That goes to show you how bad all the other ones were. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, but hey, look, that's a win though, man. So call your parish council member. Call the mayor president's office. That's a huge win for the community. Don't mention my name. It won't get done.
Call 311.
But genuinely though, start with your council member. I'm sure they would want to see that project go forward. And who knows, you might be the guy that did it, and I hope you are. So good. All right, let's take a tiny little break. We'll that way we can spend more time with the folks. Next segment. All right, we'll keep the phone lines open, 232-1542. Stick around. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Josh Guillory Show. We're broadcasting live from the KPEL studios here in Lafayette, Louisiana. Also broadcasting live on rumble.com. Let me see over there at rumble.com. And I didn't say we're on all our socials. And you can go to my ex at Josh Guillory USA with 5 minutes left.
That's all right.
Hey.
What you doing this weekend?
I tell you what I'm not doing.
What?
What you about to say?
But, you don't want to go with me to them No Kings protests?
I ain't doing it.
Why?
Actually, a part of me wants to
I
go.
do just to go check it out. You remember how, like, during the unrest back when you were there, we was checking it out?
Just see.
Yeah, so organizers.
I like to see loud mouths talk hot air into nothing.
Oh, well, then you're going to love downtown Lafayette this weekend.
Wait, that's happening here?
Well, it's all over the state. They're going to be in New Orleans, Lake Chuck, Alec, Baton Rouge, in Lafayette.
Oh, here we go.
A conservative. This is according to the Advocate, by the way. A conservative city and a conservative state. More than 200 participants registered on the website. Mobilize.us if you want to go.
Yeah.
Good Trouble 337 going to be out there.
Oh, Lord. All supporters of the current administration.
Still trying to say they had about 400 people out there in June. It was like maybe 150.
I don't know.
200.
No, they actually had some. They had some folks.
But like, what y'all want? What y'all want? Y'all want Trump to just stop? Y'all want him to quit?
Let me tell you, guys. Look, no. I'm gonna bring. I know we're giving light, but I will bring truth because I know this. The folks pushing this. I'm looking at the groups. Okay, all of these people are out for themselves. They do nothing to help the black community or the minority community or the north side of Lafayette. They're a bunch of hypocrites. And it's only a handful, and they're the same people that's been keeping that area down for how long? So give me someone that comes in good faith, and I'll talk to you.
You want to hear a quote?
Sure.
There's nothing more American than saying we have no kings and exercising our right to protest. That's Leah Greenberg, co-founder of the Indivisible Project.
Oh, well, we know who they vote for.
Well,
I'm with you, Tiger Mott. I'm watching a little football, baby. That's what I'll be doing. I ain't doing that.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't doing that. That's so interesting, though.
But yeah, it's all over the country. They've already started today.
Okay.
Obviously, in Chicago, they never stop.
The big No Kings Day? We missed it?
No. It starts today, but it goes through the weekend.
Oh, okay.
It's a big deal.
It's a No Kings
Such a
event.
big deal, we don't even know about it.
I didn't know what you were talking about.
Yeah, it's
Man.
So you don't want to go?
No, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna skip this one. I'm gonna skip. There's some games on.
It's a monster truck show. You can go see monster trucks.
That's true. That is absolutely true. So,
but yeah, no kings for us. But look, folks, if you are going to go out there, be safe and don't be going out there agitating people either. Like, come on, we better than that. We don't do that kind of thing.
And you know what? I ran across Fetterman again today, and I just want. I'm just saying. His whole comment that, hey, look, I don't hate Trump supporters. I love Trump supporters. I'm the only Democrat in my family, which is kind of
such a sweet man. He's so sweet, that Fetterman. I like him. He's classy.
Thanks, Sugar Bee. Man, look, I tell you what.
You want to go to Norm?
All right, let's go to Norm. But I was shout out to our friend. I mean, look, we don't agree on a whole bunch of stuff, but that's All right, guys, let's go to the phone lines. Norm, what you got, Norm?
Right, listen, I know we're running out of time, and I've been kind of busy today.
All right.
But I'm actually all in for no kings.
Oh.
My grandfather come from Switzerland where they didn't have a king. My Cajuns got run out of Nova Scotia by a king. Apparently, they must not have been too happy with kings. So my worry is, if I can't have a king, where's my guarantee I want to have a dictator?
Woo!
Word.
Man, wow.
All right, Norm, you brought it.
Wow, Norm. A little deep. There we go.
I can relate.
I just think it's so bizarre that they can call this dude a dictator. I mean, you're running out of work, but they don't call him a dictator. They call him the fascist and Nazi and all that. Like,
they don't know what those things mean.
Obviously, the Nazi thing to me is the most bizarre. His daughter converted to Judaism.
Well, you don't have to go against Jews. Nazis aren't just against Jews. They're against freedom.
Yeah, right.
I don't know. Man, they don't know what they're talking about.
It's kind of like the river to the sea. You have no clue.
Just like oligarchs.
They have the biggest oligarchs are in the Democrat Party.
They think we're oligarchs. Little do they know that I'm rolling pennies for gas, bro.
Yeah. They think we're oligarchs.
They think we're elites. Ain't nothing elite about, food stamps. I'm just kidding. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Oh, man. Hey, guys, go check out the Rice Festival, man, if you're in the Crowley area. The International Rice Festival, one of my favorite festivals to go to, man. Actually, I might go check that out. I might go check that out.
Don't let that No Kings protest get in your
Oh, they ain't protesting in Crowley. They ain't
they ain't protesting.
I recommend, there's some places I recommend not to do it. I wouldn't go protesting. Anyway, guys, hey, thank y'all so much for tuning in. We certainly appreciate you. May God bless you. Be careful out there and be kind.